Hi Gemini, and hello to everyone else watching. A big welcome to my channel, Intuitive Guidance. I am your tarot reader, Nikita, and my purpose here is to help reveal, heal, expand, and enlighten. A massive thank you for all of your support, and please continue to like, share, and comment. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe and tap the bell button below to receive notifications for when I post something of interest to you, or should I decide to go live and you want to be a part of that. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, more specific to your situation, then my website link as well as the other details can be found in the description box below. If you click on the link to my website, it will take you straight there and you'll be able to purchase a reading with me. So thank you guys for listening, and let's get on with your reading. So this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I think it might be for, well, it's for cross watchers. Whoever wants to watch can watch, basically, if it resonates. But I just get a feeling that because there's not much air in this, I feel like this is more talking about your partner, somebody you're dealing with, but it doesn't have to be. Maybe you just have a lot of I don't know, it's very mixed actually, very mixed. So I can't even say you have a lot of water in your chart or you have a lot of this in your chart. Whatever the situation is, I just feel like it's more talking about your partner. So let's just get into it anyway. So crowning the reading, we've got the 10 of Cups. So if you're a Gemini and someone's coming back to you, then this is probably, this part is your reading. If you're a Gemini and someone has left you or you split with them, you cut them out likely, then this is what they'll be going on to do, if that makes sense. So with the 10 of Cups, they're going to reconcile with someone. Let's just say it as them. If it's you, then take it as you. So, there's a reconciliation with someone here. And that's the focus of this reading. So it's like they've been cut out. I would say they've been cut out by you. There's something that you've just had enough. That's what I get the feeling of, having enough, being fed up, and just saying, I'm done with this situation. But this person, I don't feel like they can just be on their own. I feel like they always need a partner or someone to validate them or someone to, drain off of, or I just feel like this person is one of those people that just jump from relationship to relationship, and they genuinely fight healing and fight spending time alone and actually going within. I feel with the 8 of Wands here, they are going to be sending multiple messages or going towards, setting their intentions towards, shall I say. It doesn't necessarily have to be messages or travel, it's just that they're setting their intentions and about to take action towards this water sign, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And they may have left this person in feeling deeply hurt or very emotional over them. I feel that there was some unresolved issues here. And I feel this person may often do this, leave emotional baggage in places and leave somebody in a state where they're wondering what they did or what went wrong, or they just feel quite bad about themselves, quite down. It's always like unfinished business, I feel. And I feel with this person, this Queen of Cups, they've left them feeling quite emotional about the situation, about the way it happened and things like that. And so this person, they could be a quite emotional person anyway with the water sign. They might feel things very deeply, be very sensitive. And this person hasn't been sensitive to their feelings, whoever it is. I feel it's someone from the past that they left behind at some point, and they're choosing to set their intentions back there. They're kind of like thinking about what to do next, where to go next, who to go to next. I'm sorry. And this person is definitely on their radar. So that's where their intentions are. So I'm just going to light some more incense. So with the Four of Pentacles next to the Queen of Cups, I feel like this person is an emotional hoarder. This is the Four of Pentacles. So this person is like an emotional hoarder, like they walk around with all this baggage, but it's like they leave other people in a state of confusion and move on to the next person, and kind of just think they keep it like open-ended. So they won't necessarily, say to them, oh, it's over, it's done, like I don't want to see you anymore. They'll just maybe just leave. And I feel like this person does this often. And so it's always like open-ended in terms of relationships they come out of. In terms of like the relationships they come out of, they just leave it kind of open-ended. So it's never resolved. And they just kind of like, I feel like a heavy sense of baggage. Like they just on to the next, but essentially they're not getting rid of the last. They're not like clearing their energy. They're not taking time to themselves. They're not resolving things. They're not putting, having closure in these situations. They just keep on going on to do the same to the next person. And then they kind of fleet back and forth. I'm getting like a Cancer energy, but they don't have to be Cancer, where it's just like they have all this emotional baggage. And they return, they go back and forth in between situations. Because they're not healing, nothing works out. And because nothing works out, they don't want to be on their own, they fleet between relationship to relationship instead. Rather than just taking that time out for themselves, they just keep going back and forth to different relationships. And we've got the Six of Cups here. So this is the past relationship they're returning to. And this person they may have once had some kind of family unit with, or they lived together, or they were in a kind of long-term relationship. But I'm all seeing like family unit, living together, that kind of thing. Especially with the Six of Cups, they may share a child with this person or children with this person, and with the Emperor as well. But it doesn't really matter because this person is just they're not changing, they're not growing, they're not healing. So they're literally fleeting from relationship to relationship to avoid doing any of these things, to avoid looking within. And I genuinely feel like they don't know who they probably are. If they were to look within, they wouldn't know who they were. They wouldn't know, like, it's just like time's been going for them and they just haven't evolved. There's nothing that's like changed. They've not learned about themselves. It's just like time's been ticking and they just keep on moving. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. So this person is very independent. I get a selfish vibe as well. Very much focused on themselves, probably their money as well. So what they can buy for themselves, luxury. They don't think about anyone else. They go from situation to situation and relationship to relationship, but there's no depth behind it. There's no, there's nothing more. It's not deep. It's just someone to be with, someone to have on my arm almost, or someone to come home to, or someone to boost my ego now and again. But I don't even feel like it's I feel just maybe they just don't want to be alone. I don't know. It's like if they put their attention into a person, they don't have to, face themselves. We have the Ace of Swords as well. So I feel like this is their idea. Like this is their, like I said, their intention, their new idea. They're going to go towards this person. Like they've already decided this. You can see they've already decided this. And so if you guys haven't had an argument yet or haven't had some kind of dispute, they may be thinking about this already, like before you guys have even has anything's gone wrong. Possibly there was disputes in the past, and they're like, next time, but they're already planning this. So it's like, next time we have this argument, I'm just going to use it as an opportunity to go to this person and then ghost this person for a bit. So if they haven't done that, they're planning to do that for sure, because they're taking the action here. And if you guys have fallen out and, it's already happened, then they will be on their way to this Queen of Cups. We've got the Two of Swords here as well. This is them refusing to see their flaws, their mistakes, the things they've done. This could also be you just confused about this person. You just don't know. It's like there's things you can't see, there's things that are hidden, there's things that you'd like to understand, but you can't. You just want clarity, you want truth. But at the same time, it's like you're aware that you're probably not going to get this. Not from this person. So whether it's either you find something out, you try and find something out, or you do your digging, or you know that you're just not gonna get the truth from them. But I also feel like this could be definitely this person just refusing to acknowledge what they've done, like be honest with themselves more than anyone else, not being honest with themselves. Because I feel like this person, maybe lies a lot, but it's almost like they believe their own lies. So they're just not honest with themselves. So they can't be honest with anyone. The Emperor, like I said, it could be a father figure, someone that plays a father role, has children. Also someone that is very inflexible and is just very, very stubborn and doesn't learn. It's just set in their ways. They just do not learn. The Three of Cups. So even when they return back to this Queen of Cups, they probably still have other people on the side. I'm getting female energies of this card, but it could be male. It doesn't have to be. They won't ever be with one person. They won't settle with one. They'll have a few options around them all the time. It's never just going to be that they stick with this one and then they go, full force and try and make this work. I don't think that's ever been the case. Whoever they've been with, there's always been options on the side. And I feel like that's just the way it's going to be with them. So then we have the Eight of Swords, meaning that they're feeling stuck in this situation, or you could be feeling stuck because, like I said, you're not getting the clarity you need. You're not understanding what the hell's going on. It's just making no sense to you, and you're not getting answers. And it's like you want to move forward, but it's almost like you can't have this closure. You can't understand this situation, or you can't see what's going on fully. Like it's very. This person's deceptive, they're slippery, they're, 1 minute they're there, next minute they're gone type of person. Have you ever had someone, like I have, I've experienced people that are very much slippery like that. Like literally 1 minute they'll be there and you'll be talking as a group or whatever, and then they're just poof, they're gone. But it's like everything about them is just weird in terms of like how sneaky they are or what they get away with, or they just appear. I don't know. There's people like that, and I feel like this person is like that. Like they've mastered the art of being able to just disappear or make the lie seem like it's the truth. But like, there's holes in the story. That there's some shit going on, but it's like, it's foolproof at the same time. Like they've really mastered like telling you like what they're going to tell you or the story that they're going to, and it's like, I know that they're lying, but I can't even prove it, or I don't have it's like those kind of people. And in the end, you just have to kind of say to yourself, you know what, I don't need to prove it. I know this person's a liar. I'll go with what I feel and just move forward. But it's like that kind of person, like, I know they're lying, I just don't know how. But then how did that happen? How did that work? But then it's like it played into their hands, and then how did it's like that. And it's like that's why you can't quite understand here what the hell's going on, and that's why it's difficult for you to move forward. It's like this person quickly wrapped the rope around you and then put you in swords and was like, and then ran off. And you're like, hello? What's just happened? They spun you around and then told you the sky was green. Like, this person is very slippery, very tricky. You're just going to have to release yourself from the energy. Don't even try to understand it. Because here they are again, waiting for this new. So now they're like, oh, if I go here, it looks like this place has flourished and there'll be, hopefully an offer waiting for me of stability. Because that's what they want. They want to benefit from these situations, and they feel that they go to the next best thing that they feel they may be able to benefit from. It could be that this person offers a stable home, could be that this person is financially stable, it could be that this person will allow them to physically be in their lives and maybe, give them the attention they need, that this person will unconditionally offer the stability until they decide to leave again. Whatever the reason is, they're deciding to go here and gain what they can from this situation instead. But there's an offer of some kind of stability. Could just be like, oh, I can move back in with this person. The Wheel of Fortune. So going round in circles, different person, new day, different person, new day. And then maybe even back, same person, new day. They're just confused in life. Look, it's just a whole mess, a whole maze. The wheel isn't turning in this situation. I feel it's just sitting there very stagnant as they go back and forth on the wheel. This thing even looks bored. It's like there's many messages and signs and stuff, and people and spiritual people and people that have tried to help them. And I just feel like there's no point. Like, this person is very, very lost. You have the Judgment, so they're returning to this old situation. They're resurrecting this old situation. And they're bringing it back to life. And this, like I said, this person probably didn't even know what happened, why they left, and what was happening with them, and they just turn up again, expecting for this person to let them in, and they might sweet talk them and blah 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 and make them feel like, give them lies and reasons and excuses as to why they weren't there and how much they've been missing them whilst they weren't there, and how much it's broke their heart and they were scared to come back, or whatever bullshit they want to say. And maybe this person will fall for it, maybe they won't, but they certainly believe they have a chance here. We have the Eight of Cups. So if them feeling emotionally drained from this last situation, time to move on kind of thing. I can't give, any emotion. And the Prince of Cups, he's looking at his cup as who can I give this to next? But this cup is empty. This cup is bone dry. Like, if you put anything inside the cup, it's just like dink. There's nothing in here. That they don't have any love to give, I don't feel. They're moving away from one situation, drained at that, drained at having to force their emotion, I feel, having to fake their emotion. Like a narcissist energy where they, sorry to say narcissist again, but I did feel that this person is like that, but I didn't want to just use that term again. But you know how they kind of like, no, it might even be a psychopath. Not this person, but it might be a psychopath where they actually they watch movies and stuff, and the things they see on TV and the things they forge the way other people act, and the things they see on TV as to give them a gauge as to how you'd be acting if you were in love, because they just don't have those feelings. They don't feel. I don't think it is a narcissist view, because I didn't really want to mention narcissist again, but so it's thrown around so much, and it's just like, oh, everyone has some kind of narcissistic traits, really. It just depends on how deep in the spectrum you are. But anyway, but yes, it's psychopaths or I'm sure it's psychopaths, but don't quote me. But yeah, they just like forge emotion. They genuinely can't feel the emotion. So it's the one, the persons, the people, maybe it's a sociopath, because it's the people that live these double lives and like they're one way and then they're extremely another way, but they tend to have to just pretend like they force their emotions. Like they watch films and they see what you're supposed to do, but they just genuinely don't feel it. I feel like this person is a bit like that. I'm not saying they are a psychopath, but they have to force the emotion till it gets to the point where they actually feel drained from it. Where it's just like, oh, like, you know, when you're smiling and it's like a fake smile and you have to be like really happy and joyous and oh, okay, and just be really kind of false, and you know, you it's not that you're not happy or you're not, you know, you're not being polite or whatever, but it's just that you don't want to smile that much, but you're trying to be over the top and, you know, really nice and polite and kind, and you're smiling for a long time because there's, you know, a party going on or something, and you were talking to people and engaging, and at the end you're just like, oh, my cheeks hurt. Like it's one of those kind of feelings. Like this person is like having to forge the emotion this whole time and try and make out like, you know, they're really involved in this, they're emotionally invested in this and blah blah blah, but then it's like they feel so drained when they like turn around. They can take the mask off and they're just like, oh, I can't do this situation anymore, I'm gonna have to move on to another one and start off there instead. They need a break from this situation. So I feel like this person wears a mask. In every situation, there's a new mask. It's kind of scary, actually. And here's their empty cup that they're always looking to give away. It's like, now I'm going to have to go and charm somebody else, make them feel good, so I can get back in with them. The moon. So this person just doesn't address their issues. The issues just are never addressed. They keep going with this, all of this stuff suppressed. Every time they go through another breakdown in one relationship, it's like it ends. It's probably extreme when it ends. It's like fireworks. They're going to move on to the next. Just like this 8 of Wands here. They set their intentions onto someone else. They have this new start with them. They tell them all the bullshit they need to hear. This person hugs them and takes them back in, and they're looking for, you know, the next best thing, really, what's there in this situation. So this person is just damaged, broken. They're not healing themselves. They're not helping themselves. Forgiving and learning is here. They may have gone through something in their past where they're just continuing to take that role of, you know, I've been through this and that within themselves, and then they're choosing not to change because of that. They need to heal. They're choosing to just let other situations make them feel like they are the victim. But this is mainly asking for you, if this is not you and it's the other person, to just forgive them and realize that it's actually it's something to pity. Like they're in, how horrible must that be for them to go through never like finding yourself and never evolving and never being happy, because they're not happy. They're just living this weird reality that is so deluded that it's not really even reality. Like they're just very much deluded, and they live in a world where it's if anything, it's just pity for them that you should feel, and you should just forgive and learn not to deal with someone like that again. Learn the signs and the red flags that you'll see, and just learn that not everyone is, you know, as nice as you. Don't judge people of your own accord. Whatever lessons you need to learn from this, take it and move forward, but definitely forgive. Don't just hang on to this and be bitter, because there's absolutely no need. This person, you just happen to come into pathways with this person. You just happen to cross into, and maybe it was for a reason, maybe it was divinely guided so that it could teach you something. But whatever the reason is, it's time to move on. It's time to forgive and let it go, because you don't want it to now affect you to a point where now they've affected your life, because then that's a problem. So my advice is to just literally learn from this situation. Take the piece that you can out of this. Maybe you need to learn to forgive. Maybe that's the lesson as well. You need to learn to forgive. There needs to be a lesson in forgiveness for you. But you just need to, you have a lot more going for you. You understand, you're more spiritual. This person, it's just like good luck to them. And it's just almost like, I'm really sorry that you are that way. And I hope you receive the help you need. But I would just let this go. There's a lot of, energy of them in this reading. So maybe for some of you, you needed to understand, why did this happen? Why did I let this person in? There's questions as to why did you attract this person? Or what is going on? Should I take them back? Should I try to understand where they're coming from? No, there's no need. This is over. Let this go. I feel sorry for this Queen of Cups. I hope that they do not let this person in. And you guys need to move forward with your life and take the lessons from this situation that you need to take. Anyway, I'm not going to keep repeating myself because I tend to do that. I'm really sorry. But I hope you enjoyed your reading, Gemini. I know it's a specific message, so if it resonated with some, good. Maybe somebody needed to hear it. But guys, keep shining, keep evolving, keep being true to yourself. I love you all very, very much, and I will speak to you guys soon. So take care, Gemini.